To make the perfect rewana bread, adding a bit of love, and by love I mean taking time with it. It's almost like listening to it. Once you understand that, it's kind of like a working relationship and you just kind of feel each other out.
This is the polar opposite of Tyrone Arnaud's frenetic former life as a chef at Sky City.
They asked me what I've been doing, I said I've been baking bread. Wow, that's different.
Different, all right. Ty has swapped complex restaurant cuisine for the quiet simplicity of traditional baking, and the ingredients are basic.
Half of the flour we're going to be using, with all of the hydration, all the water we're going to be using is all in here. And then we'll be adding some salt that's just been diluted in some warm water, pink Himalayan salt, and this is our potato starter that we will add.
The bug, right?
Yep.
It's all about the bug, the tangy fermented potato that really sets rewana apart.
I started this just over 12 months ago. Like Jenna laughed when I first told her, but I was like, no, because this can live forever. So hopefully one day, like, our grandkids can have, like, the bug that I started. So that's the plan.
Ty was a chef with his own catering business and a personal trainer. He had it all, until one day his world came crashing down.
I went to go meet someone, and when I met him, I was just overwhelmed with all these emotions that I've never felt before, and I wasn't quite sure where they were coming from. And it was almost like a school bell was ringing, and you know that kind of fight or flight response kicks in. So I finished up my meeting, went to my manager and told him, hey bro, I've got to go, I don't know what's going on, I'm just gonna go see my doctor. Went in there in a like real state, and she said like I was having an anxiety attack, and that's when I went, whoa, okay, that's what that was.
Ty's anxiety got so bad he had to quit his job.
I think the hardest thing is to not be embarrassed about it. That's what I felt straight away, was embarrassment and like shame. Because I'm like, what? Mental health? Like, I'm fine, like I've always been fine.
The Ministry of Health has found tāne Māori are twice as likely as non-Māori males to have anxiety.
Especially being Māori, was never heard of. You know, I've tried speaking to my old man about it. He's a lot better, but he's still a little bit old school about it. It's funny, when I spoke to him about it, he kind of laughed and said it was everything that he's been feeling for years.
Rewana has been the gift, the taonga, that is giving back so much more than Ty ever imagined.
It's definitely made me feel more connected to being Māori, even though it's just bread. But there's a sense of belonging, I think. Just continuing on such an ancient thing. I've had so many people come back and just say, oh my God, you took me back to like my childhood. That memory of that smell, and I was like, that's what I really enjoyed about the community vibe.
I went into the kitchen and there was just all this bread everywhere, and I'm like, whoa, you've been busy.
Jenna has watched Ty's sense of well-being rise, just like the rewena. But living with anxiety is unpredictable.
It can be a bit of a roller coaster sometimes. It can be easy to get frustrated, but you just have to remember to be supportive and just kind of take yourself away from the situation as well, and just let him feel what he's feeling. Don't try and control it or say, oh, everything will get better, because sometimes it doesn't help.
The rewana has been in the oven for the past half hour. Time for the big reveal. Looks good. Yum.
Yeah, I think using those red potato,
It really helps.
yeah, it gives it a stronger smell in a good way. I'm quite a perfectionist, so
Yeah.
like these may be a bit overproved. You end up with the classical bread shape, but still tastes good.
It was amazing.
So that's what counts.
Koa is the other gift in Ty's life. She arrived just 2 weeks before lockdown.
When you've got such an innocent life in your hands. You're expected to guide. If you can't help yourself, then I don't know how you're meant to help others. The last thing I would want is for my anxiety to become that intense that I can't control it myself, and it spills over and she can somewhat absorb some of that. But she's given me the push to like get it sorted, and I think I'm like there with understanding how to deal with it.